I've been playing Fortnite for 8 years. 8 years. That's long enough to get a degree, start a career, or in my case, spend 7 years doing absolutely nothing but practicing triple edits and creative while getting clipped in actual games. I've had mechanics for a while, but I finally realized that being fast doesn't matter if your brain is on autopilot. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to be following a dedicated routine modeled by BloodX. Alright, so in this clip right here, Peterbot is talking to a professional Fortnite coach, and he's telling him his routine from his prime.
This is the recipe right here, boys. I don't know if y'all are ready for this, right? Alright, I go to bed at 7 in the morning till the sun's up. Wake up at 6 p.m. Instantly eat a bag of hot Cheetos. Order McDonald's, 30 nuggets, 3 large fries, 3 extra Cokes on the side. Put it in the fridge for later.
Alright, so I can already kind of tell from this clip he's trolling, but just keep listening. It's pretty important what BloodX says, because this is gonna bite Peter in the butt eventually.
If somebody told you, no, I'm saying if somebody told you that you would improve, you'd get even better than what you were in your prime, was that something you would try? Or is that something you would just say, nah, fuck this, I got my own ways?
No, I wouldn't listen at all.
Wait, that is why Clicks plays 1 toke, 2 tokes, and gets off. So he's on a schedule.
Bro, Clicks and Higgs are literally on a sleep schedule.
Alright, so after hearing what BloodX has to say about Clicks and Higgs, that they're on a sleep schedule and a routine, it's so important to be purposeful with your practice. And that's what BloodX is telling his clients. Get good sleep. When you play with purpose, and you're going to improve much faster than the average person. To get to the next level, you need to stop playing like a fan and start living like a professional. Treat this like it's a job. Treat this like it's something that you want to progress at. This isn't just a gaming challenge, it's also like a lifestyle building, because if you can do this, you can do a lot of things in life. And I don't just say that, I know that. Yes, it's a game, but if you can take something so seriously and get so good at something, you could get good at literally anything. I'm yapping right now, but I'm just trying to hype you up. And to be brutally honest with you guys, taking it serious isn't enough. You have to take the next step. For example, if you're just grinding ranked, creative, max, yeah, you could be taking this shit very seriously, but you could just be practicing the wrong things. Maybe you're practicing something that you're already really, really good at, but there could be areas of your game that are lacking and you just don't acknowledge because you don't want to challenge yourself. When you are failing, that is the most amount of progression you are getting. So when you hop on this game today or tomorrow, challenge yourself and try to lose games, not on purpose, but lose games because the person's better than you, and you'll be learning something every single second that you're fighting that person. So enough about why you're not improving. Let's talk about this 30-day challenge. And to be honest, it's not really a gaming challenge. It's really a lifestyle modeling of what it takes to become really good at this game. And all you need to do is lock in your sleep, your body, which is working out, and playing the game with purpose. There is no secret in this game. It's all decision making and awareness. So if you can keep your brain sharp and not have a sluggish body, you will be improving at a faster rate than the average player. So for the next 30 days, my life is a loop. 10 a.m. wake up, work out, get the body flowing, strictly capped gaming blocks so I don't burn out, and I avoid the tilt, like get angry and shit. But really, a routine will avoid this because you're doing the same thing every day, and if you don't do the same things every day, then you know you won't get where you want to be. Right here, I'm going to show you me getting cooked on day one, making a terrible decision to go for this kill when I'm up on Surge and I have great mats. The risk was not worth the reward because I gave up my position and I died because of it. Alright, so one of the things that BloodX says is very important is working out every day. So today we're doing some push, and right now we're gonna warm up with 145 or 135, but we'll do 185 for 5 to 8. We could get more if we had somebody with us, but we're just gonna do this. And we're gonna push hard and we're gonna have a great workout. So that's it. Alright, see you on the next exercise. I did not film the next exercise, but here's a peak physique. And we got our food in for the day and did aim training and also some 1v1s and 2v1 realistics. Here's the results from day one of scrims. We only played 3 games. We had 1 good game and the other 2 games were totally just bad decisions, and I can easily fix my mistakes there. So very good, very good. We know we can improve a lot, so that's very motivating. And before we ended off day 1, we had to watch Oliver OG's stream, and we asked him some questions, and here are his responses.
How do you keep yourself from burning out? Taking breaks, I guess. I mean, if you're doing what you enjoy, you shouldn't burn out. But even if you do something you enjoy, like streaming, for example, for me, I have my burnout moments. But this might be the worst advice ever. Whenever I've gone burnt out streaming, and like I like have a bad mentality, like mentally, like, you know, I might be like a little bit sad, like I don't like using the word depressed because like I don't feel like depressed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might get sad or have like a bad mentality or something while streaming. Like I'll typically just like still go live at my normal time, and I might just have like bad vibes for that hour or 2 or 3, and then like it'll just get better. I'll just go through the burnt out feeling or whatever. Like I'll just like stream through it or like play through it. Which is definitely bad, probably. It's probably not suggested. Like, it'll either be better that day or it'll be better in, like, 2 days. Harris. Appreciate the response. Kind of said wrong about being tilted. I mean, things are stagnant for me, and in college, not enjoying the degree I was pursuing, and I feel like I'm wasting so much money and time. Currently taking the time off, and I was wondering... okay, so you're asking in general. You're not asking about just Fortnite? I mean, like I said, bro, everything's going to feel stagnant at times. The reality is, if you're playing competitive or you're doing anything to better yourself, it's going to seem like you're not. But like the reality is, you're not going to notice it from day to day. You might not even notice it from week to week. But if you're staying persistent on something that you're grinding or trying to achieve, I'm not saying just Fortnite. I could be saying you could be working on a side hobby. Maybe you start taking up some UEFN coding and you try to make a creative map that could blow up because you have a pretty good idea, and you try to get into creative maps on Fortnite to make a living there. You know, you're trying to do whatever. Like, as long as you're being persistently bettering yourself and you're not just being a super lazy bones, like, you'll be chilling. You know what I'm saying? That's what matters. And you might not notice like a lot of improvement maybe on Fortnite, for example, if you're a young Fortnite kid. Or you might not think that you're improving that much on something that you're working on or just bettering yourself in general, you know. It just takes time, man.
And I think this was some really great advice from Oliver OG. I want to say thank you again. I am going to keep this in mind for the remainder of the 30 days. So right about consistent action. It's so important, even when there's not a end goal in sight. So like, this could be for anything. Like, you're trying to start a business and you don't see something going anywhere. You just have to keep going, and eventually that winner's effect is going to gravitate to you. So I listened to Oliver's advice, and I used AI to create myself a dashboard for bettering my improvement during this challenge. And I'm probably going to listen to him and start a map before this video is posted, because I want to have a map and promote it through this video. So more on that later in the video. Alright, so we're getting into day 2, and we started off our day with a good meal. ground beef, rice, and eggs. And then we had a 20-minute walk, and then we worked out. We hit arms and back. So we're feeling good. Let's get after it. So we did about 20 minutes of aim training, and if you want my playlist in aim labs, I'll drop that in the description. One thing to note about aim trainers is that you should always be going for accuracy. The speed will come. There are absolute demons on aim labs and Kovacs, like the high score hunters, those guys. They have inhuman aim, so don't be discouraged by them. Alright, so today we're at a different setup, my buddies, and in 10 games we got 230, but of those 10 games, 5 of them I died off spawn, so there's a lot I can improve on. And in those 10 games I got 16 kills with an average placement of 47, so not good at all. I think most of my games I was conned at my drop and I had bad glides, so I couldn't get a gun, and I was dead immediately. So that's something that's very small that could change my tournament. So on day 3, we started off our day with legs and some cardio. The cardio picture is messed up, but we did it. And then we also did some abs, and right now we are editing. So right after I'm done with this part, I'm gonna get after it and play some games. And I noticed in our tournament that we need to lock in our glides, so we're gonna play some rank today to try to fight as many people as possible. And then we're gonna try to find some good players to 1v1 zone war or 1v1 realistic. And of course we will not forget our aim training or mechanics training. So we'll do that as well. And right here I have put up a tier list of the best practice you can do. At the top is scrims, or playing better players. A tier is realistics, Kovacs, 2v1s, zone wars, and just VOD reviews. B tier is ranked and mechanics training, because everybody has mechanics nowadays. And in C tier is 1v1 build fights, lower level scrims, and bad FPS can limit your improvement. In D tier is finding players on Discord. You waste a lot of time there. And then having bad ping messes with your improvement a lot. So keep that in mind the next time you hop on the game. Identify your weaknesses and challenge yourself there. Alright, so for day 3 we worked on our mechs a lot. We did a good amount of fighting practice in ranked, solo endgame, and 1v1ing my friends. Or 1v1ing one of my friends that is a good player. And I was working on taking good angles against him because I know I'm a better player, so I should try to fight him at a disadvantage for myself so that I'm improving something while facing him. So in this clip right here, I go for some side jump shots, and I think we're getting better at taking angles and like using our builds to our advantage. You'll see I take the shot right here, pretty like standard jump shot, and then when I see him just sit on my tops right here in about a couple seconds, I almost fall. I see him on my tops, I'm just like, alright, let's go for it, and we hit it. I am on 70 to 80 ping whenever you see me playing, so I'm not the fastest player ever, but I probably could be if I was on Dallas ping and stuff. I do have some good news. I am going to Dallas February 20th to February 25th. And I am looking around, seeing if it's a place I would want to live. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's going to be in this video, and that should be a great addition to this video. And I'm treating this vacation to Dallas as more of like a productive vacation. I want to meet as many people as possible by networking, and maybe that can even get me a job so that I can move there sooner. And that's basically it. I want to see as many things as I can while I'm there. Dallas is massive. I probably won't be able to see everything, but it should be a good time, and that should be on day 13, I think. It's actually on day 15, but we also played some reload, and I got 14 kills in this game, so I got 14 repetitions of fighting practice. They might not be the best players, but who cares? Sometimes you gotta maximize fighting practice with reload. That pretty much wraps up day 3, and to start day 4, I had work, and it was pretty fun. I had to shovel snow in about -2 wind chill. What is up? It is day 4. We're at work right now, so we're kind of quiet, but we started work at 7 a.m. and we finish at 11 a.m. Right after that, we're gonna work out because we work at a gym, and then we're gonna get after it and continue this pro journey. I'm feeling good. My mechs are feeling on point, and I need to work on off-spawn fights and awareness. Simple things that I think if I just do, I will place higher in tournaments. Alright, so today's our off day, but we are going to still get in some cardio on an incline for about 25 to 30 minutes, and we already had our meals for the day, hit our protein, so we're good, and we're going to get into some scrims, some 2v1s, and possibly some duo no-fill for 2v1 realistic practice. That's going to be really tough, so that's going to be a challenge, and I'm going to be streaming that, so maybe some live highlights from that, and let's get into it. And to start off our day in game, we did a lot of mechanics training and crosshair placement training. So right here you can see I hold the edit down and get into a right hand peek before I confirm the edit. This is huge. This is honestly the difference between a good player and a great player. Pros do this all the time so that they can hit you without you even seeing them. Their peaks are so perfect, and that's something that I need to develop across these 30 days. Right here, I'm doing some 2v1s, and I think I get shit on. Yeah, I get shit on this round. So I'll just let you guys watch. Enjoy. I made a big mistake right here, not going down before I got into this box. So, a death, but a good death, because I can look back on it and be like, okay, I need to do this. And then while I'm fighting this guy, I know we have a health advantage, so I'm just going to take angles on him and try to chip away at his health. My teammate is going from the back, I'm going from the front, or whatever you want to call it. And this is how you play as a duo. You pressure different walls so that the person is super shambles. And honestly, not my best round, but we do get the kill. And right here, I use a window to distract this guy so I can take a better angle on him. And then I get my wall, make an easy little window edit. In this clip, I basically am just tracking the enemy the entire way, so he has no shot of beating me because I have full awareness the entire fight. You don't need to edit and do so many flashy things just to get a kill. This kid, I could tell I could run at him because he was just so panicky, and every time I got within a 2-tile radius of him, he kind of just wanted to run out. So that's something to identify while you're playing bad players. For the rest of the day, I played scrims and 2v1s. This is just some practice on crosshair placement, making edits as simple as possible. Alright, so on day 5, I played a lot of 2v1s, realistics, and I honestly think I got worse at fighting today. I played some players that were not good, and I continued to play them, which is not the right thing to do. You should just leave and find a better opponent. Low key. Like this player, I think I was actually playing down to his skill level. I was making stupid little jump shots, like just exposing myself like that. I mean, you could say, yeah, I'm working on like jump shots, but like these are shit. So we gotta wrap these up and figure it out. Do box him, but he was ass, so pretty expected. Oh, Andy left. Alright, so day 6, we worked on aim training like usual, and we played some solo endgame today, and we started FNCS Div 4, and we did absolutely awful. So here's some after the games little chat from me. Alright, what is up? Day 6. Absolutely embarrassing performance today. Only played 8 games. My teammate left. Don't really know what happened. Not gonna make any excuses or anything. I gotta get better at my off-spawn fights and just tempo. I think I was taking it a little bit too fast, some of the gunfights. So we're gonna still grind tonight, but damn, those games really piss me off. Alright. We're gonna play some reload, some 2v1s, and I need to work on off spawn, so some scrims. Hot drop. I think this is a good setback. It's kind of a reset button. Like, what did I do wrong off those off spawn fights? So I'm gonna hop into VOD review right now, and I'm gonna take you through all 8 games, what I did wrong. This is not all 8 games, it's condensed. It's just better instantly. This is my POV. I get land on. Should build instantly. I was up, bro. Where the heck was he? Did I get in a good position? You can just tarp right in. Kind of just went straight down. Yeah, this is not the way to rotate these. No offense to my boy, but that's not how you want to rotate with those. Because now I'm like, where the hell are you? There's so many builds. I see them. I'm like, alright, I have to use this to get to them. Probably didn't even need to, but yeah, because I was scared. Now right here we get so not looking the same way. Just die. So low. What happens here? It's trapped because I'm following a straight line. Alright, next game. Yeah. We already left the game, bro. Gotta watch all of those. Tough game. I don't know where my gun. I just take it slow because I know he's panicky. But like, where did my first shot go? Right in between his crotch. Oh, just right around him, I guess. All right. Word. All right. Let's watch the rest of it. We don't kill the other one. He gets away. My teammate gets keyed by this other team. I literally cannot do shit. Like if I go over there, I probably could go over there right now. These are the situations I don't know what to do in. Like my teammate's just hard stuck. If I move, I'm getting beamed. Like honestly, you should just not get in those positions. No, first place. And then I don't have to make stupid decisions. So, like, not even a bad drop. Pause it here. Look. We're ahead. Should win this. South. And then just south. That aim. That's on me. Honestly, we don't need to watch the rest of this. We already know what happens. No, that's a solo. Second height is. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That wraps it up. To start day 7, we did our typical aim training routine, and while I'm doing this, I'm mainly just focusing on accuracy. Not high scores, none of that, because I know if my accuracy is high, the speed will follow. So that's why I do it. I'm not chasing high scores. I will never be number 1 because there's AIs that are playing, or there's people who are on such low sense that they're literally trying to get a high score. You right now are aim training to get better at a game. So just know that your practice is making more of an impact than you know. I'm gonna leave a little bit of the gameplay in the background, so feel free to just skip ahead. And the rest of the day I did 2v1s, mechanics training, and a little bit of build work, just focusing on the mechanics, obviously, but like different specifics like this right here, crossovers, getting it down, getting the timing down so that I get boosted up like that right there. And also I was working on tarps. I don't have the best Wi-Fi, so my mechanics aren't at full potential, but they will be. Just give it some time. But I swear to God, like when I'm playing on tournament ping 80, oh my lord, I have to think about every single edit that I'm trying to make. It's absurd. I need a new Wi-Fi router and provider too. Honestly, that wraps it up for this video. I don't have a whole lot else to show you. I didn't place too high in any tournaments throughout these 7 days, so nothing crazy to show you guys. But please subscribe, like, comment. It helps me out. Maybe I can get that better Wi-Fi so we can get some better placements. But you guys have a great day. Peace out.